Hello, beautiful people. So welcome to part 2 of my astrological forecast for next week. Predominantly focused, if not fully focused, on the upcoming new moon in Gemini, which we will be experiencing on Monday or Tuesday morning, depending where you are in the world. And I covered all the astrology in my part 1. So if that's what you're interested to hear about with the chart analysis, then check out part 1. This one is part 2, which is the one where we're going to be pulling some cards. So let's just start with the Queen of the Moon. Queen of the Moon with the message from the moon about this new moon in Gemini and what is it bringing through for us. So new moon in Gemini 2025. What is the message from the moon herself? Okay, let's see. Release. Right, what are we releasing? This card again came up recently, you know, with all the butterflies, 29. What's at the bottom? Beauty. Exactly. So yeah, so this is something that, you know, if you watched part 1, you would have heard me saying. If you haven't, then I'm gonna tell you again that in order to make a space for these new things to come, you know, this beauty, the number 20, and it's interesting because Venus is on 20 degrees 20 minutes, the 2020 vision, the clear vision. Yeah, we can choose. So in order to make space for these new things beautiful to come into our life, to experience more of the beauty of the world, more of the beauty, then we need to release, you know, we need to make space. But then the other aspect is that we can always choose, you know, we can always choose, what am I focusing on? Am I focusing on the dirt on my floor, or am I focusing on the flower on my desk or whatever? So yeah, so it's the choice, you know, or am I choosing on the beauty of, you know, the perfect aspect of something, like, I don't know, like for example, the music that's coming out of the instrument, or am I looking at the scratches on the guitar or something? So yeah, so two ways of looking at this. Yes, in order for us to create this new world that is more beautiful, you know, I mean, the world is already beautiful, but you know what I mean, this golden age of humanity, which is much more beautiful, you know, like it's more focused on experiencing life through different lens, you know, this lens of Leo, you know, which is about the enjoyment, the happiness, you know, the things that sets our heart on fire, you know, this beauty. We need to release the past, you know, this is all with Lilith actually making a trine to the North Node in Pisces, you know, North Node in Pisces. What are we releasing, you know, also with all of these aspects that we had recently. You know, what was it going on? We had recently something. Oh yeah, yes, Jupiter. Okay, yes, Jupiter is squaring the nodes still during this lunation, and it's pointing to the North Node in the sign of Pisces. What are we releasing in order to make space? You know, to make space for this something new, you know, to come in. Also, there was also Sun, right? Yes, Sun was making a sextile, yeah, from the final degrees of Taurus. Sun was making a sextile, and sextile to the North Node and trine to the South Node, in Virgo, you know, recently before Sun moved into the sign of Gemini. So this was the same thing, you know, because it was the first sextile since their conjunction, which is the Taurian sextile, you know, which is about this foundation. What are we creating? We are creating a foundation of the world that is holds a deeper meaning, and it's focused on beauty, you know, it's focused on the things that we enjoy, right? But in order to make space for that, we need to release. And also it's interesting that both cards have butterflies. Yeah, we have to go through the process of metamorphosis, and you know, we are all in different stages, right? Some flowers are open, you know, even though this looks like a female face, right? But it's flowers, you know. This one is not even yet open, this one is not in a full bloom. Everybody's in a different part of their journey, right? No better or worse. And you know, a lot of us are going through this, you know, process of metamorphosis, process of healing. This is the waning crescent. This is the last aspect of the moon before the new moon. That's technically what's going on in the sky, and I'm recording this. This is the waning gibbous, which is the harvest, you know, the harvest. So there are a lot of things that we need to let go of, release, liberate ourselves from, free ourselves from. And now, you know, by the time you're watching this, Saturn on the 0 degrees of Aries, which is also triggering the 0 degrees of Libra, you know, the 0 point of Aries, 0 point of Libra, which is all about initiating this new direction that creates more balance and harmony in the world. You know, also this moon is happening on 6 degrees, which is the number 6 associated with Venus, again, the beauty. So yeah, I think you get the message, you know. we are choosing, we are choosing. What are we releasing with the Jupiter square in the node? Jupiter ruled by Mercury, Mercury the rule of the new moon, pointing to the north node as a resolution node. Then we also have, the full moon in Gemini, we'll have the moon, sun and the moon square in the nodes. And then a year from now, with the next new moon in Gemini, we'll have Uranus square in the nodes, again pointing to the north node as the resolution node. So what are we releasing? What are we letting go of in order to create this space for this new to manifest, this new, the new beautiful world that we want to all co-create and co-experience? Okay, let's see what the sun has in a store for us. So the sun in Gemini, what is the message? Okay, there is a card. Illumination, okay, the choice, exactly, the choice, the two horses, but in this case they are both white. Something is being illuminated to us, and is the choice. 25, which is the number 7. 7 is a very spiritual number, is the number associated with Neptune, I believe, right? Neptune, number 7, which is all about, again, what are you choosing? Everything is light, right? And eventually everything is gonna lead you to light, but choose light, yeah? Choose that which gives you the sense of happiness, illumination, and life. Choose life. Yeah, at the bottom, number 14, which is number 5. And this looks like Saturn, doesn't it? Saturn, number 5. So changes are happening. Changes are happening. The number 14 is also temperance, in tarot, which is that is the Sagittarius card, right? Temperance. Yeah, we choose in a different story. So life is happening, life is happening. And with the Saturn moving into Aries, it's bringing us back to life, bringing us back to life by becoming the conscious creators of our reality, with the Mars being a sign of Leo on the Sagittarius decan, which is all about creating the new story, the new direction. So, choose life. Choose the life that you want to create as the conscious creator of your reality. Yes, you might not see it yet, just like with, these flowers. This one hasn't even opened yet. It hasn't even opened yet. We're still releasing. We're still going through a lot of stuff, like this is the 27, the year number 9, this entire year, it's about this, about the healing, releasing. Number 20, the choice, the co-creation. So, yeah. What's being illuminated to us is a desire, for the life that we might not yet see. We might not yet see manifest because, everything is frozen. So it's like, well, where is the life, But don't worry, the Chronos, the master of time, is now in Aries. So it's saying that, well, now it's up to you. You have the opportunity to free yourself from the karmic contracts and create a different life for yourself, but you have to take responsibility for it, So, yeah. Choose life. Choose the life that you want to experience, that you want to create. Okay, let's see about the portals. Let's go to the portal. Okay, what portal is opening up for us with this new moon in Gemini? Trine by Pluto. Yeah, Trine by Pluto. This is definitely in alignment with our... many cards. This one was at the bottom. So, soul star activation, fulfilling soul contracts, remembering who you are. Yeah, we had this card before with the Merkaba many times before, and that's again the god of sun. Okay, let's see. That was like a cluster of cards. That one was at the bottom, so I'm just going to acknowledge that card. Yeah, exactly. We are fulfilling the soul contracts because now you are being illuminated, realigned with the contract with yourself, with your higher self, to create the life that you want to experience for you, And because of that, creating more balance and harmony, because it's no longer based on sacrifice. Okay, Orion activation, this card is coming up a lot. Supernova, recreation, renewal, rebirth by light. And at the bottom, the crystal skull, of course. Okay, and then we have another one. I'm going to take that one as well because I have not seen this one before. Karmic board clearing, energetic clearing, rewrite your story, live your truth. Oh my God. Yeah, all of these 3 cards, these are frequent flyers. Yeah, the crystal skull, clarity, divine healing, high vibrational energy, the interconnectedness of all. all this purple, you know, and all the white, the high chakras that are connecting us to cosmos. We are always connected to all there is. The Orion activation, renew, rebirth by light, you know, this is a new moon after all, so that is the death and rebirth, death of the old cycle and rebirth, you know, the sun and the moon. When the moon comes to the sun, you know, that it's being reborn every time, you know, this is a new moon, the moon is being reborn, right? So rebirth by light, fulfilling soul contracts, because we are finishing the old way of being, the old way of experiencing life on this planet. It's finished, you know. Like, I mean, yes, Saturn is gonna go retrograde for a few more months. It's gonna go retrograde. It's gonna go back into Pisces from September until February next year, but after that, that's it until 2055. You know, so I mean, yeah, Saturn is gonna be in Aries until 2028. So we're gonna be, you know, initiated for sure. And 228, that's number 12, yeah, the number of creation, also the number of hermit, the number 12, you know, 1 and 2 3, yeah. So yeah, remembering who you are, we are being rebirthed, we are being activated, you know, because we are all connected. Remember who you are. So karmic ball clearing, yeah, let's see about this one. Energetic clearing, rewrite your story, live your truth. And look, all these hands pointing in different directions, you know, but we are all connected by light, you know, the light, we are all connected, but you can choose whichever direction you want to go, you know, because at the end of the day, we all came from the same place and we'll return back to the same place. We will all be reunited. Okay, the Orion activation just opened. So yeah, let me just acknowledge it. Orion activation. All of your fears and setbacks are being stripped from your energy now. It is essential for your old way of being to fall away and for you to go through a process of renewal in order to move forward. The old stories of your life aren't yours to live out or live up to. You are far greater than these limiting experiences. The beings of Orion are surrounding you now and they see you as one of them. Someone who has been born with the knowledge that they can live with great purpose and make a real difference to the world, whether on a global scale or in a particular corner of the planet. When you draw this card, you are being reminded that you have infinite star potential. Yeah, so this is Gemini. Remember that. Yeah, remember that. So we know about this one. We're fulfilling the old contracts. Okay, where is this karmic board? Okay, here we go. It opened now. Okay, so remember. The karmic board is congregation of spiritual beings dedicated to implementing the law of cause and effect, aka karma, right? They have the capacity to help us overcome any karmic blockages that are affecting us, yeah. We can call on them to bring healing into our energy field and to clear away any patterns that are standing in the way of our experience of love and the expression of our life purpose. Karmic blockage are often misunderstood. Many people think that the blockage is punishment for their bad choices or wrongful behavior, but it is not. Source is always on your side. It wants us to have a positive experience here on earth, but it also honors our choices and experiences, and sometimes these result in karmic blockages. It's important to know that many of these blockages were actually created by innocent choices. For example, continually letting someone's bad behavior or mistreatment of us slide because we really wanted to see the good in them, or choosing not to let love in because there was a part of us that was scared of the unknown. Your message. If you are being overwhelmed by a traumatic memory or a painful event, know that it's because this old energy is no longer serving you and that your spirit is calling for it to be released. Right? Released. Metamorphosis, yeah. This card comes to you at a time when you are ready to surrender old ways of being and old stories. Know that receiving this message means your energetic self has been taken to the karmic board during sleep or meditation, so that your light body can be cleared of all karmic blockages and stories. All fears, phobias, challenges with partners and relationships, and feelings of being misunderstood are being released now. You are ready to move forward. Yeah, and this is also to do with this, you know, clearing of the karmic contracts, fulfilling soul contracts, and the crystal soul wisdom. Let's just remind ourselves of this one. Okay, yeah, it opened. Of course it did. Yeah, crystal soul you know, Crystal Skull Wisdom. All aspects of your life are becoming clear at this time. Expect to become aware of what you need to step away from and have more focused path. You may have felt indecisive, but now you are downloading direct guidance from the heart of the source so that you can live and express yourself in more authentic way. Know that downloads often appear as your own inner guidance encouraging you to move forward. The key is to recognize the calmness they bring. This is a time of clarity and connection. Crystal Skull downloads are here to bring clarification to what you have been receiving within. In order for the next phase of your journey to unfold, you must follow the information you have received. You know what you need to do to heal and grow. If you've been asking for a sign that the healing work you've been doing has been successful, trust that this card is the message you have been waiting for. Yeah, this is the choice. There will be much more clarity. Obviously, even with the full moon in Sag next month on June 11th, because it's going to illuminate whatever got seeded in December, but especially with this full moon in Gemini upcoming December, which will be that massive grand mutable cross between the full moon and the lunar nodes. So yeah, follow the guidance, you know, follow your inner guidance. Know that the karmic contracts has been cleared, so you don't have to play the same role anymore. So this is the choice, you know, you are choosing your future timelines, you are choosing your future self, you are choosing who you want to become, what you want to create, and what kind of reality you want to be experiencing going forward, you know. And it's all aligned, it is all supported by Pluto. And you know, with the square from Jupiter, it's like, yes, because this old story is ended, that's it, you know. So yeah, let's just pull one more card, well, from a Sacred Destiny, and then one more card, then we're gonna pull the Major Arcana. So Denise Linn, Sacred Destiny. Let's see what is the Sacred Destiny wants to tell us about this new moon in Gemini 2025. Solitude. Yeah, I mean, it's a new moon after all, you know, the moon doesn't have a light. Perhaps you need to have some time within, you know, time on your own to understand the language of your soul, to know what is the right choice for you, to know where you want to go, which direction. You know, this guy is in the river, you know, like it's like kind of stand still, right? He's not moving very much, and he's alone. So like, yeah, you know, this is also to do with this year, you know, year of Hermit. Make sure that you have enough time for yourself to process, to integrate, you know, to do whatever release work you need to do in order to recalibrate and to reconnect, you know, to the being within, to not just be all these things to different people, but who you are really, you know, what is your authentic expression? Who do you want to be? What role do you want to play? You know, that's also the 0 point Libra. What role do you want to play, you know, to others? What role do you want them to play in your life? You know, because this is all just a big stage, right? So yeah, the solitude. And at the bottom, courage, you know, so the solitude, you know, the solitude, you need the solitude to rediscover yourself anew, and then have the courage to go forward. And yeah, and that will lead to wonders. Exactly. The wonders. You know, this world is beautiful, but you have to have a courage to step towards it, and you need to give time to yourself to recognize what is the guidance for you. Nobody's going to give you the guidance for you, you know. You need to find it within yourself, because again, you know, it's that just like was it the full moon in Gemini that was trined by the south node last year, or the new moon, one of these lunations last year, either the new or a full moon in Gemini trined by the south node in Libra. Yeah, because you no longer, you know, you're going to be asking someone else to tell you like, hey, what is my life? What is my destiny? Where should I go? Blah, blah, blah. No, because then people just gonna project their own stuff onto you. Like, yeah, they can advise you, you know, people can share their experience just like I'm sharing mine, and then you can choose what out of that resonate, you know, perhaps that will activate something, perhaps give some aha moments and stuff. But everybody's experience is unique, you know, because you experience in life through your own personal filter, you know, through your own lens. So yeah, have the courage to go within, to listen to the voice of your soul that will lead you to wonders, to life that is full of wonder and magic and is beautiful, right? This is the crystal quartz. I mean, it does look like a amethyst, but I know it's the crystal quartz, which is the keeper of the memories. right? But also, if you look at it from the perspective of amethyst, which is what it looks like when you look at it, it's a healing, right? The card of healing and also the card of connection. I mean, both amethyst and crystal quartz connect you, you know, it's a crown chakra activator. So yeah, okay, and the final message from the Major Arcana. What is the, okay, yeah, we have a Hierophant straight away, number 5. Yeah, the change is happening, so you create the foundation. This is a Taurus card. You create, you know, the red, you create the new foundation, the base, you know, create a new foundation that is going to be right for you, you know, truth for you, your own religion, you know, because, and yeah, we could be stubborn, we can be holding on to things because, you know, because yeah, survival, comfort zone, all of that, you know, even me coming back to the same places over and over again, doing the same thing, eating the same thing, and then the body says no, like, no, I don't want to eat this anymore, no, I don't want to do this anymore, blah blah blah, you know. So it's like, yeah, the number 5, the chaos agent, the number 5, you know, the disruptor, and it is the Hierophant. Yeah, like maybe where did we become too rigid? Where did we become too dogmatic and too restrictive to ourselves because of the comfort zone? You know, again, what did we learn? Like these people, you know, you don't want your own your own choices and your own religion to dictate your life. No, you have to, you know, be conscious creator of reality. Yeah, the Hierophant. The Hierophant. What are we continuously learning? Yeah. And yeah, the devil, yeah, speaking of which, yeah, the choices we make, exactly, the number 15, you know, which has the 5 in it, 1 and 5, you know, and it's the number 6, you know, which is obviously the choices that led to a situation where we feel like, oh, I am bound, I have no choice, you know, like these chains, right? But no, the chains are loose, you know, they can take them off. So it's like, it is a Capricorn card. Where do you feel restricted? You know, where do you feel restricted? I feel there are, you know, the squares, right? The squares, the Jupiter also square in the notes. Yeah, but where do we feel restricted? And also with this Saturn, you know, on this 0 degrees in Aries, you know, like where you might feel restricted. You know, people, oh, Saturn moving to Aries. Oh my God, what's going to happen? He's in fall. He's in fall in Aries. Like, no, Saturn in Aries is just making you to become your authority, you know, and look at the choices you made that are keeping you stuck, but you don't have to be bound to them forever, you know, like here, you know, like the karma is done, you know, the karmic clearing, and this one, fulfilling soul contracts, you know, it's done. It's done. It's done, right? It's done. Like, yeah, we can still see it manifested in a form, but energetically. And at the bottom, temperance, yeah, healing. We're going through a lot of healing, which is, again, 5, number 14. We have 3 5s over here. I mean, okay, that's a 6. And here, the High Priestess. Again, this is the seek the answer within, the solitude. Where is it? Yeah, the answer is within you. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that. High Priestess say, okay, ask no more. Ask no more. The answer is within, the number 2. And that's also a choice. The choice. You can decide. It's like this, the illumination, right? The illumination of the choice. Yeah. So, here we go. The Hierophant. The Devil card, you know. Where do we feel restricted by the system, by the religion, you know, or feel dogmatically stuck? And yeah, and there is an opportunity to healing, to break free. This is a Sagittarius card. Look at a different perspective. 1 foot on earth, 1 foot in the water, you know, and continuously passing on between the cups. There's the fire, the fire. This is 5, 5, and 15, you know, 5, 5, and a 15, which has a 5 in it. And then the number 2 is always a choice. Choice. When you are aware of the unconscious, then you have a choice. You have a choice to change it, right? So tune it in within, trust within. Go into your solitude, have the courage. Have the courage. You might just find something that will surprise you. Okay, guys, 23 minutes, another number 5. 2350 actually, it was just as I said that, so another 5, which is the 10, the next year. So with that, I'm going to close this. I'm gonna close this space. I would like to thank my higher self, my spirit guides, angelic team, ancestors, starseed family, all the beings of light that were present, my astrological team, all the cards, elementals, everyone. And yeah, thank you everyone who is watching. Thank you everyone for your time, and I hope that these messages resonated and offered some guidance with regards to the energies of this new moon in Gemini and the choice that we have, free will's choice. And yeah, I wish you all a good one and have a wonderful week ahead, and I'll speak to you again next week. Much love everyone, and bye for now.